the Gulf Coast's most terrible podcast.
Don't you forget it.
If you could have a dream casting of who would portray you in a movie, who would it be? Keira Knightley.
Welcome to another edition of the Weekly Pop Movie Podcast, brought to you by Be Terrible Productions. BeTerribleProductions.com is the only place you can go to get our skewed view on movie news, reviews, interviews, debates, trivia, reactions, and a ton of other terrible content you won't find anywhere else. I'm the host, here to facilitate the Geek Speak this week, Victoria Jacobsen Branch. So, basically, instead of retreading a lot of groundwork already laid by other, much more time-efficient podcasters and bloggers, we are just going to offer you a little sample of our weekend. We hope that you enjoy the content, and if you do, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with all of our antics. And now, the guy that duct taped this whole operation together, Jeremy G. Branch.
Well, thank you for the introduction, Victoria. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's me, Jeremy, creator and founder of Be Terrible Productions and the Weekly Pop Podcast. Excited to be bringing you our Pensacon 2016 podcast. We are a little late to the game. If you want to check out some other awesome content related to the convention, check out the Nerd Cave Network. Check out Neek the Podcast. Check out How It Stacks. Check out Chimichanga Talk. And check out various other outlets who are all doing fantastic work right here in our own backyards. And our voices together are just so much stronger, you know. And so, yeah, I just wanted to showcase a couple of the other great, talented people working here in the area. And I also wanted to give a special shout out and thank you to Steve Wise for allowing me to participate in the Pensacon Short Film Festival this year, both the US and the international. It was really cool for me as a movie critic to be able to go and screen these movies. He found some really talented filmmakers from all over the world, and I was honored to be able to participate in that, as well as moderating some really cool panels. I'll quit wasting y'all's time. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who participated. From the volunteers to the people at the very top, this was an excellent convention, and we couldn't have been such a success without such a great crowd. So thanks to everybody involved, and without further ado, let's go ahead and check out my Jon Schnepp video.
Hey, what's going on, Jeremy?
Not a lot. Really happy to be able to hang out with you guys here in Pensacola. Is this your first time here?
Yeah, this is my first time in Pensacola. It's a great, is it a city or town? Or is it a fusion? It's a city town.
We're trying to be a city.
Man, this city town is amazing. When I got off the airport in a tiny plane, it's like, landed, and then literally it's like, welcome to Pensacon, and there's like Darth Vader and Mickey Mouse, and maybe there's not Mickey Mouse. I'm channeling Darth, a fusion. So Spider-Man, a whole bunch of different characters. Every gate of the airport was like Stargate 10 or Stargate 2. I was like, they really go all out here. I started going when I was a little kid. In New Haven, Connecticut, there was a thing called Creation Conventions, which were all Star Trek based. So I was a science fiction nerd when I was a little kid, like 8, 9. My dad would take me, drop me off, go to this kind of, met like Walter Koenig and, James Doohan and stuff like that. So I was like, it was cool. Sulu, he was like, why don't you come jogging with me? He was like, a whole bunch of people go jogging with Sulu. I didn't jog. I was like, yo, I'm not jogging. We'd always go to San Diego Comic-Con. Once I had moved out to LA, it was like 97 was my first San Diego Comic-Con. And just been a big supporter of these kinds of big festivals, these conventions where all of our interests are kind of fused together, and they all center around the world of comic books and science fiction and fantasy. So
I'm a big fan of the movie. You did a screening of it last night. I'd say it went pretty well. The audience seemed to respond very well to it.
Everybody was really cool, and they dug it and had really good questions about everything. And the film, it was just something like I had been directing cartoons for like the last 10 years. I'd made Metalocalypse, Venture Brothers, animated Black Panther, just a bunch of different cartoons. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to take a break and try to make a documentary just about something that interested me. Just as an off-subject thing, I would just collect pictures. There's Dana Snyder just simply, hey.
Sage Screen Stage.
What's going on, Dana?
Look at this. Organic things happening right here You can't find it anywhere else.
Dana's right behind me. We're good pals. We did a panel with Jeremy yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Talked a lot about nothing. It was very fun.
That was my interview with Jon Schnepp. For more information and to see how to purchase The Death of Superman Lives, to see how to support Sweaties Unite, and to see where to find him on Collider Heroes, check in the description for a link. I'll make sure to provide that. That was a pretty epic moment for me. I've been keeping up with Jon Schnepp's Heroes podcast for a little over a year now and was honored to be able to meet him. He is also the director of Metalocalypse, which is a really fun show. He was just a super down-to-earth, cool guy. And now we're going to move into the trivia segment. We had so many sponsors who came to our aid and helped us provide great prizes. Special thanks to Huston, Hawkins, obviously. Special thanks to Pinups for Pitbulls and Bethany Hagan for being able to bring them on board. That's a cause that we definitely believe in. Rad Junk printed us out some really awesome custom stickers. They do all sorts of geek and gamer related merchandise that you can find. Check out Rad Junk. We had Drew Hall from Frame 29 provide us with some t-shirts. We had, just all sorts of awesome stuff. Airship Dementia provided us with some cool swag. So just check for the link in the description. Emerald Coast Con gave us some cool decals. Make sure to head over to Emerald Coast Con in Fort Walton Beach here in just a couple of months. It takes place in October. It's a gaming convention. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm going to be hosting some panels over there as well. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody, but yeah, without the sponsors, none of this would have been the success that it was. So thank you for that. I heard we were the second biggest of non-celebrity panels of the weekend and the biggest for Sunday, so that was quite an honor, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Terrible Movie Trivia, Pensacon 2016 Cinematic Superhero Edition.
Any Marvel or DC fans in the house? Yeah! Well, then you're in the right place. Fantastic. We're kind of in an either-or society. How many of you guys are DC fans? Woo! Marvel fans? Yeah! Can you actually be both? Yeah! All right, then we're definitely in the right place.
Marvel heroes.
So...
Did you say DC villains, Marvel heroes? Yes.
Thank you.
Very well put.
Yes. I don't know Batman.
So basically the way that we're going to do this, we're just going to spend the majority of the time looking awkwardly into the crowd.
Nailed it, bro.
Thank you. We have some friends from Howard Stacks here in the house. Fellow podcasters, great guys. How many of you were at the panel just now?
Yes.
Can we get a round of applause for them? Fantastic job. Complete Nerd Authority. Make sure to check them out.
Yeah, you got it. CNN Geeks, baby.
Neek the Podcast. Were there any members of Neek the Podcast in here? Make sure to check them out. We have a bunch of unofficial sponsors that are, giving some of these great prizes out. So basically, the way this is going to go, Victoria, this is Victoria. Victoria is the host of the Weekly Pop Podcast, and she's going to ask some trivia questions. Huston is the guy that I've put on the spot. He's going to look for the first hand that goes up. And if you get that correct, then you win a prize. It's as easy as that. He's going to auction them off. I'll walk out there and bring them to you. If you don't know the answer, we're just moving on to the next question, obviously, because of smartphones and things like that. No cheating. I got my eyes on all of you. But anyways, yeah, we'll go ahead and get started in just a minute.
Who can actually get signal?
Very good point. So basically the way that I asked that this goes, the rules are very simple. Let her finish the question, because a lot of this is semantics. There might be a little key at the end of the question that dramatically changes it. You don't have to wait for her to list the multiple choice answers. You might know it right off the bat, but wait for her to finish the question. Your hand's going to go up. We're going to call on you. Houston's going to tell you the prize that's on the line, and if you get it correct, then you're a big winner for today. So, anyways, thank you all so much for coming out.
You will have the option to see what prize it is before you decide to participate in the question.
My name is Victoria Jacobsen Branch, and I help host the Weekly Pop podcast. And I'm going to be asking the questions today. So you guys ready for this?
Woo! Yeah! Go!
Okay.
And to my right,
What's up, Pensacon? I am Huston. Do you have a problem?
No, seriously, thank you guys for coming out. I don't know, how many of you were at the Podcasting 101 panel? The Nerd Cave Network, good to see you, thanks for coming out. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We've got a lot of fun stuff to get to. After the panel is over, we have some awesome stickers that we're giving away. We got business cards up here in case you need some more garbage. And then we also have, from some of our sponsors, Rad Junk, who provided the stickers. So feel free to stop by, come do a little meet and greet, shake our hands, pick up some more stuff to stick in your bags.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get started, guys. All right, question number 1.
All right, so this one is going to be for a, just to start out, the 8 feet, maybe a 7 if I open it. Batman mask, just some Batman masks to wear for kids or you can wear it at home by yourself.
So, what or who was Daredevil blinded by? Was it A, Bullseye, B, Toxic Waste, C, Jack the Devil Murdoch, or D, the Sun?
Mario.
B, Toxic Waste.
Yep.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Question number 2.
This one's going to be for a graphic novel that I got by an artist in Orlando. It's called Jesus Hates Zombies. All the questions you have? Yes.
Who has never been a Spider-Man villain? Movie villain. A, Venom, B, Sandman, C, Vulture, or D, Doc Ock?
Vulture?
Yes.
That's correct.
For 500 points.
We're going to have to read that for ourselves.
There's also a funny story. There's a follow-up to that one called Lincoln Hates Werewolves. Not even yeah. It was so sold out. I waited for like a year and I still couldn't get a copy of it because everybody bought it immediately. So this next one's going to be for Wolverine Evolution. It's the first part of that graphic novel series by Jeff Loeb and Simone Bianchi. It's not so much, or most storylines you hear Wolverine as an entity that was created by the Weapon X program. This one is more so, kind of goes a little bit deeper and says that he is more part of a race of creatures like him, or Sabretooth, or Wild Thing. I actually really dug it as far as the book goes.
All right, so for that prize, question number 3. Wolverine accidentally stabs blank in the 2000 X-Men film. Is it A, Jean Grey, B, Professor X, C, Cyclops, or D, Rogue?
Sir in the back from How It Stacks.
Is it Rogue?
Yes.
This is
Yeah! That's right. I got a podcast and stuff.
And this is why he runs a podcast.
That's right, man.
Hey, Katy, come here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the table, my beautiful girlfriend, Katy.
Give it up for Katy! Also, give it up for our friend Bethany and Drew in the back over there.
Also for the podcast.
Be terrible. And our intern Jimmy providing us with some fantastic photography. And then the guy hiding is far away. One of my best friends, Jeremy Mullins. Everybody say what's up.
Okay, the next prize is going to be the new Avengers Secret Invasion, the first part of that series.
You guys ready? All right, question number 4. Mark Ruffalo is the current man behind the Hulk. But who played the character in 2008's The Incredible Hulk? Was it A, Gabriel Mann, B, Edward Norton, C, Eric Bana, or D. Ron Perlman?
Black Cat.
Edward Norton.
That is correct.
Mike is not great.
All right, the next book is the second book for Why the Last Man, Cycles. If you guys have not read this, it's kind of worth picking up.
All right. Question number 5. What is the name of Iron Man's fellow captive in Afghanistan in the first Iron Man?
Tricky.
Is it A. Jensen, B. Raza, C. Abu Bakar, or D. Obadiah?
It was actually the little guy in the right there.
That's
in the
correct.
crazy.
Yep.
Actually, I thought I knew it, but I don't know it. I'm sorry.
What? My goodness.
Jensen?
Yeah, D is
Jensen.
correct.
Well done.
All right.
Coming up next is book 3 from Why the Last Man, One Small Step. Looks creepy. This whole series is pretty awesome if you're a graphic novel fan.
Okay. Number 6. Which actor known for sci-fi roles have co-starred in both X-Men and the Star Trek films? Is it A. Ian McKellen, B. Patrick Stewart, C. Zoe Saldana, or D. Sean Ashmore?
Patrick Stewart.
That is correct.
Good job.
All right, the next prize. This is one I actually pulled out of my personal collection. I don't know if you guys remember back in 2007 they started the Sinestro Corps.
Yes.
So this is the first Sinestro Corps signed by Dan Schreiber.
That is right.
In 2007. Met him at Sci-Fi City, which is a warehouse that they turned into a comic shop in Orlando, and it was super cool.
It's a good prize. What you got, Vicky?
Okay. Which actress did not play Catwoman in any of the Batman movies? Was it A. Michelle Pfeiffer, B. Julie Newmar, C. Lee Merriweather, or D. Anne Hathaway?
Total nerve control in the back. You had your hand up first.
There's no penalty for guessing.
D is correct.
Well done. Well done.
You didn't know that. He told me you
Next, a very special gift provided by our co-panelist Bethany in the back. It is the calendar, which you actually can't do. They're sold out right now. Pit bulls or pinups for pit bulls.
It's for a great cause, guys. Make sure to look into that.
It's actually signed by Miss February. Not too risque, really pretty. And we have some of their other water bottles, some of the other swag we can give out with you too.
And he is talking about the pit bulls, not being too risque. Just saying that, throwing that out there.
All right. Which actor associated with a superhero movie franchise garnered an Academy Award nomination for his portrayal of Charlie Chaplin? Was it A. Robert Downey Jr., B. Christian Bale, C. Michael Caine, or D. Michael Keaton?
Robert Downey Jr.
Yep,
This
you
is
got it.
correct. Does anybody know how Michael Caine says his name? Anybody with the accent? Michael Caine. Michael Caine? Michael Caine?
Yeah, do it now, man.
That's it.
All right, next prize, the animated Justice League movie.
Woo!
Yeah? All right.
Badass!
Where did this go? What direction are we heading?
I was trying to fill a sticker off the back, but all right. You have one bad panel.
What Guardians of the Galaxy actor also co-starred on the AMC television show The Walking Dead? Is it A. Chris Pratt, E. John C. Reilly, C. Karen Gillan, or D. Michael Rooker?
Squidhead.
D.
Don't you forget it.
That is correct.
Good job. Did anybody have a chance to meet Michael Rooker since you've been here? Is that guy amazing or what? Yes, he's so good. Merle.
The next prize is a collection of the Batman animated series focusing on the ones with Killer Croc.
Nice.
Throw a rock at him.
All right. Who starred as Lex Luthor in the 1978 film Superman? Was it A, Ned Beatty, B, Kevin Spacey, C, Gene Hackman, or D, Roy Scheider?
That is correct. Nice shirt too. I like that.
We did learn last night in the Jon Schnepp documentary that they did want Kevin Spacey to play Lex Luthor like 10 years before he actually did. So they've been waiting on him to play Luthor.
And what did they end up with, guys? I mean, really.
That was my favorite part of that movie.
Yeah.
Next prize, The Crow on Blu-ray.
What? One of the greatest movies of all time?
All right. Which villain did Jim Carrey play in Batman Forever? Was it A, the Penguin, B, Poison Ivy, C, the Joker, or D, the Riddler?
He's sitting right behind Black Hat. Yes.
Well done.
Riddler.
Everybody was simultaneous on that one. Thank you, Huston, for making that easy. I mean, I was like, everyone?
Like I'm looking, I'm trying to make eye contact with anybody else. I'm like, you are the one.
That's why anybody didn't pick Poison Ivy. I think you would have been a
The next one is going to be the Blu-ray copy of American Hustle.
Ooh, anybody seen American Hustle? Very good, very good. What's the question, Victoria?
Okay. Which of the following actresses has starred in 2 separate comic book flicks? Is it A, Halle Berry, B, Anna Paquin, C, Jennifer Garner, or D, Kirsten Dunst?
Tan jacket?
Halle Berry. That is correct.
Yeah.
Don't count Catwoman. Catwoman's not a movie.
Probably one of the greatest performances in all of comic book movie history, might I add. Right?
Next we will get from a buddy of the podcast.
Okay, so Drew Hall is a filmmaker who is down on the vending floor. He is responsible for creating.
He's in that.
Oh, and JD from How It Stacks is actually in it.
No, I'm not that important.
We only have like 3 seconds.
Go down there, check them out. They've got great films that they're doing. They're making them right here in the area out of Mobile. So show support for local filmmakers.
All right. He plays Gandalf in Lord of the Rings and Magneto in the X-Men movies. Who is he? I do.
She's like, do I need it? Like,
Got A, Hugh Jackman, B, Ian McKellen, C, Richard Harris, or D, Patrick Stewart?
Peggy Carter.
Ian McKellen.
This is correct. Well done.
Here, give it. The next prize, also from that movie, we got a shirt.
Convergence T-shirt.
It won't make sense on the front from the movie, which you will know if you watch the movie.
What does it mean? Do you know?
I can't spoil it.
Understood. See, look at that.
Yeah, it's a secret.
We're breaking scoops,
And
people.
you'll be the cool kid who's gonna know, and they'll be like, what does that mean?
In 1997, Todd McFarlane's Dark Hero Spawn was brought to the big screen. Who played the creepy but funny clown? Was it A, Tim Curry, B, William Dafoe, C, John Leguizamo, or D, Bobcat Goldthwait?
Black shirt in the back. Yep.
C.
That is correct.
Yeah!
For a bonus question, Tim Curry actually did play a creepy clown in a non-comic book. What you got? It? 500 points to go back there.
Do you want bubbles? Want some bubbles? That wasn't a real question, but I heard. Jeremy gets very nervous about it. The next prize is going to be the Blu-ray double feature of the original Ghost Rider and the original Hellboy. So you take the good with the bad there. We all know what's going on.
Alright. In Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2, Alfred Molina played the evil Doc Ock. What was the character's real first name? Was it A, Octavius, B, Otto, C, Oscar, or D, Ozzy?
Great Spider-Man shirt in the wall.
Otto.
That is
correct. Well done.
We got a third brain together.
Oh, an adult coloring book.
Next we have a Game of Thrones adult coloring book. You don't win this, it'll be a shame.
Name of Superman's biological father. Is it A, Zod, B, Rod, C, Vor-El, or D, Jor-El?
Very good. What's that?
D, Jor-El. That's right.
That's correct.
Buttons and stickers.
Nice. Good job.
Next we have a friend of the podcast, Meet the Geek shirt. This is a large shirt. Awesome podcast. If you haven't checked it out.
Other local podcasters, they've been moderating some panels. The Road Warrior, Chris did on Friday. Was anybody there for that one? Road Warriors? Yeah, Jimmy. It was good, right? Yep.
Awesome.
Great guys.
Okay. In Batman Returns, what was the other name of Danny DeVito's character, the Penguin? Was it Oswald Copperpot, Max Shrek, Oswald Cobblenut, or Oswald Cobblepot?
On the wall.
Cobblepot.
That is correct. Well done.
I believe Paul Rubin is actually reprising the character of Penguin's father in Gotham this next season, right? Yeah. I'm actually excited to see that.
Second part.
Wouldn't recommend seeing it in the theater. Like, I'm supposed to be the straight man, my bad.
Yeah. All right, now we also have another Meet the Geek shirt and XL on this one.
Okay.
With the Batman mask.
What is the real name of the Punisher? Is it A, William Castle, B, Frank Castle, C, Medieval Castle, or D, Howard Sane?
White Castle.
Yes, sir.
Frank Castle.
That's it.
Well done, sir.
Next, we have another Blu-ray, and it's the Ultraviolet, the download. It is the Amazing Spider-Man. The remake, and it has the, this is actually the DVD case, this mask. So it's kind of got the special edition stuff, and it's got some bonus stuff you don't have on the other things there.
Well, we don't have one of those, Mario.
So,
Where can you find vibranium? Can you find it at A, Wolverine's claws, B, Slovakia, C, Latveria, or D, Wakanda?
white shirt.
D.
That is correct.
Everybody looking forward to seeing Black Panther and Civil War?
And Spider-Man. Should be Spider-Man though.
That's okay.
Is he like? Is that your part? Is he not going to be in it at all?
Spider-Man is going to be in it.
But like a cameo, like at the end or something.
No, he has like some sort of storyline in it. Not a cameo, it's like some sort of help build. Not as big as it's supposed to be. To help build his character.
There are things that in the movie there will be various newspapers with the pictures of the action that someone that is those pictures.
Interesting idea. All right, well, we're down to about 5 minutes, and we're going to get into some rapid-fire questions. Vicky, you ready to rock these out?
All right, every good toolbox needs a hammer. Merle Dixon. Merle Dixon, Vinyl Pop.
Who played Rhodey in the original Iron Man film? Was it A, Terrence Howard, B, Stan Lee, C, Jeff Bridges, or D, Don Cheadle?
That would be Mr. Terrence Howard.
That is correct.
Ooh, and now we're getting to the good stuff, aren't we?
All right, we got a Thanos pop.
Please look up.
You guys familiar with him? He's the guy who sits on his butt on the throne. He's been doing it for like 6 movies now.
One day I will get.
You guys see his movies?
Which of the following actors has not appeared in multiple superhero roles? Is it A, Halle Berry, B, Chris Evans, C, Ryan Reynolds, or D, Michael Fassbender?
San Francisco hat behind black hat. Hey.
That is incorrect.
Incorrect, sir.
Next question. Yeah, we gotta move on to the next question.
Moving on. That is correct.
It's D.
Which actor played Batman in Batman Forever? Was it A, Michael Keaton, B, George Clooney, C, Val Kilmer, or D, Kevin Conroy? That's correct.
That is correct. He was a much better Batman and Bruce Wayne than he was in a good movie. Batman Forever had problems, but I think Val Kilmer could have rocked it.
He was great. He was great Batman. Not horrible Bruce Wayne.
Oh, right.
Horrible Bruce Wayne. Great Batman, horrible Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, that's true. What do we got next, Houston?
We actually have this kind of interesting piece. No matter how you feel about this movie, it is a special edition Blu-ray of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and the Blu-ray comes out of a bust of Electro that turns a lamp.
It's like a nightlight lamp.
And his whole head lights up like yeah. You can check it out and see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a special edition, and it's one of those ones where it's like, do I want to give this to Jamie to give to the panel, or do I just keep this in my little nerd cave? And yeah, you know.
It's here on auction for you guys. What's the question, Vicky?
Okay. This director of Chronicle also directed 2015's Fantastic Four. Was it A, Neal Blomkamp, B, Mark Webb, C, Josh Trank, or D, Ryan Johnson?
We're giving it to the trivia champion of the day already, right? Josh Trank, that's correct.
That's it. You're out.
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming and hanging out. Give yourselves a round of applause. That was fantastic. Hope that you enjoyed yourselves. Stop by and pick up some merchandise. Shake our hand on the way out if you want to. And enjoy the next panel.
So yeah, all in all, I would say Pensacon 2016 was a major success. I think I speak on behalf of the whole team when I say it was a blast. We're honored to be participating at any capacity, and man, to moderate all of those panels, it just sure was fun. It was right up my alley. It's something that I've always wanted to do, so very happy to be able to participate. We do have several other events coming up, but we are really looking forward to Pensacon 2017. I'm not sure how many of you are aware there's a petition going on right now called SavePensacon 2017. I will provide a link in the description, and basically the dates are in jeopardy, so if you are invested in this and you want to see us continue to have these kind of events, then please let your voice be heard by signing the petition and contributing in any way that you can. I'm Jeremy Branch. This has been an awesome year. We still have tons of great stuff coming up, so make sure to stay tuned. Check out BeTerribleProductions.com to keep up to date with all of our crazy antics, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Victoria. Until next time, peace.
This concludes episode 37 of the Weekly Pop Movie Podcast. This is going to be an exciting year for Be Terrible Productions. Don't forget to join us as we will be participating in the Southern Geek Fest in Hattiesburg, Mississippi on April 2nd and 3rd. On August 20th and 21st, we will be attending the Pensacola Comic Convention at the Interstate Fairgrounds, formerly known as Pensacon. And on October 8th and 9th, we will be heading out to the Emerald Coast Gaming Convention at the Emerald Coast Convention Center. They focus on all generation gaming, and they are the only kind of gaming convention on the Gulf Coast, so be sure not to miss it. And of course, we will continue to be viewing and reviewing movies weekly for our Be Terrible YouTube channel. So stay tuned for more exciting news from the Be Terrible team. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We really appreciate it. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us spread the word. And until next time, keep it terrible.